crazy how time gets away. Time literally gets away from you. It goes by very fast. You don't realize how fast time goes by until you look back at the memories, until you look back at a timeline in your life, things that you have done, places you have been, people you have visited, places you've explored. It's it's incredible how time just slips away. I came to a point in my life where I can't, I just cannot seem to find a way to calculate time in a way. I guess the perception, my perception of time has changed so much that a week goes by and I think it's just a few days. And when a month goes by, I think it's just a couple weeks. It's like time is slipping away, and the older you get, the faster it slips away. And I've been finding myself holding on to time, holding on to the past, holding on to the good memories, holding on to the fun vacations that I was able to go on and take people in my life on. I've taken family and friends on vacations, and we went fun places, and I enjoyed the swimming in the ocean and the pools, and you know walking by the ocean, feeling the misty breeze, smelling the ocean, seeing the sea life out there, the palm trees. I missed those times going to those places, especially with friends and family. It just makes it an amazing experience. Life is short, and you just got to do what you can while you're here. Embrace those good things. Don't take it for granted, because when you get older, you look back at the times that you had with friends and family, and if you're not doing those things anymore, you're going to get emotional, and you're going to think to yourself, "Wow, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that, but time slipped away." And then you may have some regrets. Maybe you did too many things. Maybe you did too many things. Maybe you went too many places. Maybe it was too much, and it comes to the point where, yeah, you love the ocean, you love the beach, you love vacations, you love your friends and your family, but maybe not everybody likes vacations all the time. It really comes down to spending time with friends and family, no matter where you are. It doesn't have to be at the beach. It doesn't have to be somewhere in a tropical resort. It doesn't have to be, swimming in a pool at a resort that's hundreds and hundreds of miles away. It could be swimming in a pool near home. It could be swimming at a community pool. It could be going to a local river or something, if you can find one. Just doing something locally, you know. I feel like if I would have done things locally, that I would have saved money, and then I would have had money to take care of some of my obligations moving forward, and I wouldn't be as stressed. I think it's a cycle I got myself caught up in, where I get so stressed about this and that and being alone and not having a woman in my life, and then seeing everybody around me just moving on with their lives and having someone significant and special in their life, and I'm just like on the sideline, feeling left out, feeling alone, feeling like I don't belong here, really. I feel like I belong somewhere else. I feel like I belong maybe on 5 acres of land, raising chickens, maybe, growing my own garden, being one with nature, going on nature walks, admiring the sunsets, breathing in the fresh air, staying away from crowds of people, staying away from the population, just staying away from the drama that's in society, the things that just weigh you down, that just beat on you emotionally, like those things, and the uncertainties in life, and try to go somewhere where I don't have to question myself, like, what did I do this time? What did I do that time? Did I make a good decision? Did I make a bad decision? Because sometimes I feel so lost. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't know. We all make mistakes. We all make good choices, and some of them are not so good. But sometimes we just don't know what we're doing wrong in life. We don't know. We need guidance. It's like maybe someone else will call you out on something and say, hey, you need to improve on this. Maybe, you made this mistake or that mistake, or kind of guide you. But when you don't have guidance and you're just kind of lost somewhere, it's kind of hard to find your way, to know where to go. It's the same with like working for a company. I've worked for businesses before where, you know, they just didn't have any kind of guidance in the company. Like, it was just like you didn't know where you stood with the boss. You didn't know where you stood. It's like, if you had a job the next day, it's like nobody communicated. It was like you worked there and you might be fired randomly and you just don't know. You know, they might say, hey, I want you to do these things a certain way, and you do these things, and then you get used to doing those things. For say you're doing a certain task and you've used to doing it a certain way for about a month or so, and you're doing one of the things wrong, but your boss never tells you what it is. So then you have to guess what you're doing wrong, right? Because they're so busy with so many other things, they don't tell you, oh, well, actually, you're supposed to do this and then that, and there's got to be a certain sequence. And you're getting it done. The job's getting done, but it may be taking a little longer. But nothing gets brought to your attention, so you just keep on. Then it comes to a point where, okay, you know what? I thought you would have figured it out yourself. I laid the directions down. I thought common sense would have, you would have had the common sense to do it a certain way. And then, we lose production because you did it that way for so long. And if I can go back and look at the charts, I could see how much has not been done because you did this. You know, that's what it is. It's accountability. It's bringing up to someone's attention what mistakes they make in life, whether you're working somewhere, whether you're in a relationship. You know, if you're dating someone, if you're in, you're getting married, you got to communicate with your spouse. You got to communicate with your partner. You got to talk, talk things through, understand each other, know what's going on in each other's heads, instead of the guessing game and leaving someone wondering what they possibly did wrong and not know, and left clueless. So, you know, maybe that's one of the reasons I've been having trouble getting into a relationship is because I got to work on myself first. I gotta, I guess, address my issues, my anxieties, my fears, the things that cause me to sometimes just obsessively worry about things. And I'm sure people don't want to be around someone like me if I'm going to continually worry about this and that. Or, I get repetitive and I might bring up certain things repetitively because, I get caught up in this cycle. And so I can imagine it's hard to maintain a relationship, and move on with somebody if I'm going to, be that person where I'm just dwelling on this. And I find myself, living in the past sometimes, like just trying to hold on to the good memories, trying to hold on to the things that I cherish, and I just realized, you know what, that time has come and gone. You can't go back and change things, and you can't go back and relive things. You can't go back to the vacation resorts and and have time with your friends and family. You can't. You just it's that time has come and gone, and I think I was trying to relive that through YouTube content. And as you notice, you may have seen, videos of me just reflecting back on those memories and then regurgitating some of the old videos and then kind of bringing in some new, my feelings into that content, whether I describe it in the description, or I'll add a video and that I'll share with you how I feel about it. And I'm just sharing those moments and just kind of bringing you into my world of how I get so emotional looking back at those times. You know, when we're at the resort, where we're swimming in the ocean, the pools, and the things like swimming in the pools right now. You can't, like, I don't know, with crowds of people during the pandemic. I'm not about that. So the pandemic has definitely changed a lot of that, and so I just miss that. You know, throwing a volleyball in the air. You know, I remember the days when my kids were little and just throwing them in the air and catching them in the pool. I mean, not nothing reckless or anything, but it's harmless stuff. Nobody gets hurt. Deep water. But I miss all that stuff, and so I guess I try to live vicariously through the past videos. But it doesn't really do any good for you guys, because you guys don't want to watch the past. You want to move forward. It's like it's old stuff. It's not doing the channel any good. It's actually killing the channel. It's no benefit whatsoever, especially with YouTube's algorithm. It's like somehow it doesn't promote family content. There was some changes a few years ago, and they disable comments and they don't promote videos. They don't provide. There's so many different things that happen. So basically, that kind of content it's making the channel fall apart more. And I think that's kind of the trade-off for me, just trying to hold on to those memories and trying to live vicariously through that. Because when I upload something, it's kind of like I feel like I'm reliving it. But I don't know. I gotta let go of the past. I gotta let go of those fun times. I gotta let go of those amazing memories, and I just gotta move forward. And as you guys have noticed on this channel, the recent 3 or 4 or 5 videos, it's just been me in the more current time. It's just been me and sharing with you my adventures, exploring places, some of my job situations, and me hanging out with a couple of my friends. That's all it's been. It hasn't been no family stuff, other than friends who are like family. So it kind of has that kind of a vibe. But yeah, this channel's going in a different direction. I've already changed the images, like the banner and stuff. Like that was about a month ago or so. I changed that and changed the picture and everything, because I'm trying to move forward, let go of the past, embrace what's up ahead. Because all I'm doing is hindering the growth of this channel by trying to hold on to the past. It's not doing it any good. It's it's like, if you already saw it, who's going to want to see it again? And I could see that in the YouTube algorithm, and I guess I just thought I had to upload something to keep the channel at least there in the feed for people. But I guess I was wrong. I think the channel would have done better if I would have just let go of the past and just kept moving forward with the stuff that I've been doing with my friends, going exploring places, and kind of just reach out to you guys, because I know most of you here right now you followed me over from my Up to Speed and my Rolling With Me channel. You followed me over from my best friend Omar. So most of you are here, and there's so many people subscribed, and they're just, it's kind of like they're not even getting notified. It's like they're not existing. There's a lot of inactive channels. Like this channel went in such a crazy direction. There was just so many new people that came for one thing, and that was creepy clown stuff for a while. And since that was no longer available, they just left. And I tried to entertain them by bringing more of that to the channel, even bringing more new stuff with, creepy clown stealing my Tesla and my car. And it's just solo clown videos, just me and a clown and nobody else. I tried that for a while, but yeah, I was just fooling myself. Like, nah, that's not gonna work out. People they already say, "Oh, that the clown's fake. This is fake." They've given up on it. So it was like, why push it anymore? I kept regurgitating the stuff over and over. Just trying to get something at least once or twice a week. And I feel like all I was doing was just fooling myself, because the channel has basically failed. Um, you know, my Up to Speed Media and Rolling With Me channels, they're doing much better than this channel. Significantly much better. So based on that alone, I know where my mistake is, and I need to basically put this channel in the direction of my other channels, Rolling With Me, and maybe this can be a more personal side of me, while the Rolling With Me could be more of my adventurous side, where I'm taking you these places, and this could be maybe more of behind the scenes of that, or you get to see it, from my perspective, and then maybe, behind the scenes with my friends and stuff like that. I feel like that would be, something great. Maybe some social experiments, me and my friends, my friends and I maybe pulling a prank on somebody, things like that. Maybe that can happen here. And then Roll With Me could just be me going exploring places. So this could be just like a variety of stuff with just me and my friends and in my new life. Like I said, it's just gonna be me, like moving forward. It's just me. You don't have any expectations of anybody else in the content other than me or maybe my friends. But as far as family content goes, that's come and gone. That ship is sailed. You know, we all move on in life. My family, has their life, and I love and respect everyone in my family, and I just got to move forward with my life and not have you know all this stuff mingled, co-mingling together. Like it's just I need separation from that so that everyone can have their own, I guess, chapter when it comes to social media and stuff like that. Like I just want my content to be just exclusively about my life, and if anyone else in the family wants to have content, it could be about their life, so that there's no confusion about, wait a minute, you're still making content with this person or that, because that may have brought some confusion when I uploaded some stuff from the past, just trying to relive or live vicariously through the past, because I will do that. I will upload something just to kind of relive those moments, because I get sad. And I want to relive those moments with you, and then you guys kind of are like my support group, and you're commenting and just being there for me, and saying, oh, I love those times, I love that memory, and then like when we experience it together, even though you've already saw it, you just like, I guess it's like kind of this bringing light to it again, because it's out there now. It's just regurgitate it. It's not like it's new, and I know it doesn't do the algorithm any good to re-upload something. It's like that's the worst thing you want to do for your channel, is to re-upload something, because people already saw it and they're not going to want to see it again. But with me, it's like, I can go watch something from the years ago and say, man, I missed going here and missed going there. But it's not the same as if I re-upload it and maybe add a commentary to it about how I feel about those memories and how I miss those times. And then you guys are here like commenting with me, and then we share those moments together. It's like having a family right here, you know, in the live stream or in the comments. And I miss those times. So it's great to have that experience with you, because all of you are amazing. And I know we've lost touch with everyone. Like I've lost touch with everyone who originally subscribed to this channel. It's just numbers right now. They're not even there. Most of those channels have been abandoned. YouTube has been deleting a lot of subscribers each week or so, or a month, doing their maintenance. So there is so many subscribers that are subscribed to here. I mean, when I upload a video on here, it gets like 300 views in like maybe 6 hours. 300 views. Okay, that's nothing for a channel with this size. I'm lucky to get 900 views overnight. Really, and if it gets 1,000 views, it's probably because I'll watch them over again, and I'm getting emotional, and I just got to watch. Or some of you guys are rewatching it over again, or you'll come back later, so it might barely reach 1,000 views, So that's just the way it is. Rolling With Me, I get 1,000 views like in twice the amount of time. Like it's so much faster and so I know it's more active. I'll get at least 1,000 or 1,800 to 2,000 views much faster, right? And even up to speed when I do a live stream, get 1,000 views overnight, sometimes it's like within a few hours. So that's a whole thing. It's different, plus in the live streams on those channels, there's just more momentum going on. It's just, it's more active because it's newer and more relevant content. And of course, everyone does super chats on those channels. So, I appreciate that. And thank you guys for doing that on those channels. And of course, I have members on those channels. There are no memberships on this channel here, only on Rolling With Me and Up to Speed Media. So with those members, it really does hold the channel up. It's basically right now, having the memberships is what's basically holding the YouTube up financially. Without the members, there wouldn't be anything to be able to put back into YouTube because monetization is minimal. Monetization on here, I'm lucky to see probably $2-3 a day. I mean, on a good day. I mean, that's nothing. But on Up to Speed Media and Rolling With Me, I'm looking at probably, with the memberships, it's a lot more. But I'm just saying, maybe $5 to $15 a day on Rolling With Me, with the memberships and stuff like that. So I mean, that little bit does help, but it's all sporadic. It's whenever I upload something, that's when you see anything. Like if I go for a stretch without doing anything, all across the board on the channels, it can go from like $2 or $3 down to like 45 cents a day. It's just how it is. So you gotta continually upload things. Now YouTube has changed because it used to be different, where you didn't have to upload almost every day to be able to maintain the momentum. These days, if you don't upload consistently, if you're trying to at least have YouTube pay for the electric and the internet that's involved with the hobby, you're not going to really succeed if you are posting a couple videos a week, because in the in between time there's going to be nothing, because it's going to drop like a cliff. So you got to post almost every day if you really want to make the algorithm work. So I would think between maybe 3 to 5 times a week, you know, minimal. Like every day would be ultimate. Every day would be the best though. Every day, because but I can't do it. I have to do door dashing. I have to do things to make money. Okay. With door dashing, if I didn't find that opportunity, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Like I wouldn't be able to get food because the stock market crashed and all that. And I'm not here to whine. I'm just saying that, you see like millions of subscribers and you think, well, I'm sure your channel makes good revenue. Like, well, don't be misled by those numbers, because the reality is how many views the video gets and how many monetized views the videos get. And if you're making creepy killer clown videos, most of that got demonetized. YouTube doesn't want to back, they don't want to change their mind on that, but whatever. I'm not gonna push it. Like I said, it died down. The way YouTube is, it's like, if YouTube's out there to make money from your content. So if your content's not monetizable and it's demonetized, then YouTube doesn't promote it. It doesn't send it to the recommended page. It doesn't share it in the related videos as consistently. It suppresses the video so it doesn't get the views. So that's the big thing. And with family content, if you're out there, having a good time at the beach, swimming in the ocean, in the pool, YouTube, the algorithm detects it as targeted towards kids, and then they remove targeted ads. So all of a sudden now, when they do that, they don't promote the videos, they don't promote the content, and you might get a couple of cents a video. That's a couple of cents. What am I going to do with a couple? There's my 2 cents. But that's how they are, because they got strict in the last 3 years because of the FTC. So that was a big thing. So a lot of family channels were affected, and I've seen a lot of family channels just quit, and they just went a totally different direction. And that's pretty much, I gave up on that. I was trying to hold on to the past, just because I was getting emotional, and I needed to find a way to live vicariously through the past. So I re-upload and share it with you guys just to kind of relive that. despite that it wasn't really doing well for the channel. Like I said, people don't like to see regurgitated stuff. I mean, I don't even want to see stuff that's regurgitated. But when it's personal to me and it's an experience that I have, then to me personally, I don't get tired of it. But I know someone who's not emotionally invested into that, they're going to get tired of it. But there's some of you guys that are emotionally invested in me as a person, in my life, and the content that I've created recently and years and years ago. So those of you out there will enjoy to see some of those reflections of the past, or me, just kind of regurgitating some things and getting emotional and, just expressing my feelings, just saying how time flies by and I just miss those times, and, things are so much better before the pandemic, and, this, all those things that I share, but this is a whole new chapter. So, I'm letting go. It's time to give it up. You know what I mean? Give up the, trying to hang on to the past and getting emotional about all that fun stuff that the fun places, going to these fun places. It's time to just, it's over. It's over. So, just want to let you guys know, okay? When you see an upload and you see just my face and you don't see me hanging out with anybody else, understand it's a totally different direction that I'm going with all the whole YouTube thing. So all the channels across the board. Now, I was just going to pretty much, I don't know, I was going to make all the videos private and wait a while and then maybe make them public, some of them public, some of the newer ones. But the old ones, like I said, I deleted over 700 videos. So that was the biggest move I made. I deleted over 700 videos and they're still gone. There was a couple of clips out of some of them that I brought back here just to share with you, but I, of course, blurred some things out, eliminated some things for privacy reasons. But I just wanted to share those emotional moments with you. So I brought a little bit of the past, but like I said, for every video that I upload, I'm just gonna go and find an older video and make it private or delete it. But I'll download it first for keepsakes, so so I can look back and get emotional, I guess. But I wanted to just make this official live stream because if you've noticed that the recent videos, it's just been me, and you're getting the same vibes on this channel in the recent videos that you would be getting on Rolling With Me or Up to Speed Media. Matter of fact, some of the videos that I uploaded on Up to Speed Media and Rolling With Me, I decided to upload on here. So there's still more content on there that you guys haven't seen that I'm going to upload it on here. So you're going to see me out traveling with my best friend Omar, maybe my friend, best friend Tina. You'll see me, just exploring places, just guy and paranormal stuff, and maybe a couple pranks that I've done and I just haven't uploaded them, but I pulled some pranks on my friends, things like that. And it's like I said, it's a whole different direction. I'm letting go of all those family memories, because everybody grows up and moves on, and you get older and time goes by faster, and I just cannot afford to do those things anymore. I cannot afford to go to the beaches and go on vacation. So I got to stop torturing myself about, looking back at the things that I was able to afford to do. I'm not in that financial position anymore. I'm barely even scraping by right now. It may be hard for some of you to believe that, but that's why I'm forced to sell the house. I just cannot maintain this house. The monthly expenses are ridiculous. And when it comes to the taxes, the payments, everything that I got to pay, I actually took a loan against the house, which I'm not proud of it, but I had some expenses. So that's got to get paid off when I sell it. There's just a lot of obligations. So it's, just money going everywhere when I sell the house. And it's hard to find something that's reasonable with this housing market, as crazy as it is. By the time I pay the taxes and pay my and pay the fees, I have enough to get a house and be able to live on anything. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. I have to sell my Tesla. I can't keep it if things get even tighter, and I got to get the house sold. I got a realtor. Like I said, we are just waiting for the stars to line up properly, and the buyer, like, we find a good buyer that's qualified and willing to just buy, and that's it. I know it's been a kind of a slow process because I didn't want to be in the beginning too pushy considering living circumstances. I don't want to stress anybody out. So sometimes like things like that, trying to sell a home, you got to think about, you know, the whole picture. You don't want to make things stressful for anybody. And, so I just need to get out of this obligation so that I could be a better version of myself. I think once I break free from the things that cause me the stress and anxiety, that I will be the best version of myself. Because right now, I don't think I'm the best version of myself. And I feel like I'm just, I don't know, cursed maybe. I just feel like once I get past this kind of bad rut in my life, I feel like things will get better. But I need to get out of this home. I need to start fresh, be alone. I really need to be away from people. I feel like maybe I'm too much of a. I feel, this is how I feel about myself. I feel like when I get so stressed, I don't want to stress other people out. I don't want to stress my friends out or family or anyone close to me. I don't want to stress them out, like with my anxieties, my fears, my, just maybe my ranting and complaining about finances or the world or the pandemic or whatever it may be. Like I go places sometimes. I say things to people, and because I feel disrespected when I'm out shopping, and I may say a few words to somebody when I'm shopping because they may say this or that, and I'm like, like, if you're going to look at me in a certain way or mumble a comment under your breath, I mean, why don't you just say it to my face instead of mumbling it? Because I hear you anyway, So that's the kind of thing I deal with when I shop in the stores sometimes, And so I'd rather just have food delivered to the house and not even deal with going into stores anymore. I just want to get out of this particular area and get into an area where people are further away from each other, and I can have a big lot and have a more humble house. And of course, even that's going to be expensive with the housing market. So that's the thing. I need a house that's smaller than this, but even a house that's smaller than this is going to still be freaking expensive. You know. All right, let's see who's out here in this stream. You guys are amazing, and I'm up here in the music room. I'm selling all this stuff. I There's no way I could pursue trying to make a living out of music. Unless you guys think I can still do that, let me know. You think I have the talent? I mean, I just can't sit still. I can't sit still, and I'm standing here looking at this. Oh my gosh, this I put this on my credit card, and it's expensive. And I'm thinking, I just need to sell it on eBay. I need the money. I need the money so bad. There's things I have to do to the house. I'm like, and a part of me is like, why even bother doing something to the house if I'm selling it? Because I have this fear if something's not right and there's a problem, I feel like I have to fix it before anybody does an inspection. And I just, that's my anxiety. And so I'm like, I need to sell this because things need to get done. I need to fix this and that. That way I can get the most for the house and it'll be less complicated and there would be less chance of somebody backing out in the middle of the contract. And I'm stuck holding the bag when it comes to owing the realtor, the real estate broker money, because that'd be a scary situation. So I'm trying to make sure everything is right in the house, that there's no issues, nothing that's going to like come up that I overlooked. Because, once you sign that contract, right, you got to make sure everything is accounted for, any flaws or any issues. So I've been stressed about all that. And I try to define all those things, but I always want to make the transaction as seamless and as smooth as possible by addressing any of the things. But it seems like the moment that I get started on one thing and then get to the other thing and the other thing, then the first thing that I started on, which was already done and complete, needs to be done again. Because weeds keep growing, grass grows fast, certain things just have to be done over. And so I feel like I'm just going in circles. So it's hard. But yeah, the housing market is scary right now. It's crashing, and the stock market crashed. I just lost half of my retirement savings. I know some of you say you're irresponsible. You shouldn't put money into the stock market that you cannot afford to lose. But I just took a big gamble. I took a big gamble thinking it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. It's just a retirement savings. It's when when I'm 59 and a half or 65 or whatever I decide to take it out. And I say, well, that's far down the road. But my fears are that, I might need that money before then because I am so financially like strapped now that saving the house can buy me some time. It could save me for a while. It all depends on how much reserves I have after selling and moving into a smaller place. How much, because I've applied for a couple new jobs and I'm waiting for them to get back with me. And one of them is doing some auto detailing, working for a car dealer. So I'm hoping I get something like they call me back. That's 15, $16 an hour job, I guess. It's better than nothing. I need to find something, like door dashing is good, but I want to be able to stand on my feet, not sitting in the car all the time, deteriorating my health. Because between that and the anxiety, that's not a good combination. So, yeah, I think I will be a much better version of myself the moment that I get out of this house and into a house that no longer causes me stress. I don't have the fears of, oh my gosh, am I going to lose the house? Am I not going to be able to pay this? I'm not going to be able to keep the electric on, or I'm going to have to turn off the internet, or I'm going to have to do this or that. Like, those are legit fears because I have more money going out than I have coming in. And that is a sad reality for many people right now. And so, I've never thought this day would ever come. Maybe I got a little bit too, is it arrogant? No, or is it just too positive? Maybe I just never thought I would ever be counting my pennies. I never thought I'd be counting change. I never thought I would be cutting coupons. I never thought that I would worry about having to cut back. I never thought I'd have to worry about whether or not I'm going to have to eliminate, the internet, or drop the internet service down to a different tier, or, get rid of this, or go, to the basic necessities, or budget on my food, with like, I have so many fears if I stop taking my supplements that it's going to cause detrimental health issues because my body's used to taking certain supplements, and they're expensive, and like I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, how is my health going to be when I cannot afford those supplements anymore. So these are things that cost me money. So I am hoping and praying to God that this house will be sold soon, and that I will not have anybody back out, leaving me holding the bag where I owe the realtor money, and then I have no money to pay the realtor. And then what's going to happen? It's going to get very complicated. So that's the situation. So that's why my whole new life is beginning on here, because once I move, I know I'll be a better version of myself. I'll be happy all the time. I'll be smiling, laughing. It'll be like I used to be when you guys saw me in older videos. I was happier. I was doing much better. I was doing much better financially. I was doing much better emotionally. I never felt alone. I was able to go places and do things and not stress about losing the house, or not being able to buy food or supplements, vitamins, or the basic necessities, whatever it may be. I never had to worry about that. So this is where we stand, guys. It's a whole new chapter here on this channel. I've gone solo. I just don't want to confuse anybody. If you saw videos and you're like, wait a minute, you're still making family content. Like I said, that's regurgitated old stuff. It was doing the channel no good at all. It was probably killing the channel faster than if I would have just not uploaded anything. But me, I just get up on my feelies and I get emotional and I just want to share moments with you guys, and I get sentimental. And then this is what I end up doing, going back on vacation videos, because those are the most fun times I've ever had, is going to vacations. Whenever I see a swimming pool, I think about the time, like when I drive by a pool or in the community, if I go looking at these houses in different communities and I see a community pool, I'm thinking, man, I remember like going on family vacations and we were swimming and having fun. And it was just such a carefree moment. And it was getting splashed and, just kicking around in the water, all that fun stuff. And the beautiful palm trees and the blue water and the sounds of the laughs and just the energy, the positive energy, all that stuff. Getting the sun, getting a suntan, the water reflecting on you, getting some, vitamin D. Those moments are so amazing. And I found myself reflecting on those moments and getting emotional and actually crying. Yeah, a big guy like me, 50-year-old man crying. Like I said, I get so emotional. So no more going down memory lane here. No more regurgitated old content. Probably no more old clown videos of me running around in a clown costume or clown drama or stalker drama. Because I'm telling you, there was some real clown stuff going on, but I'm not even getting into any of that. Just let's get past that. You know what I mean? It's a new chapter. If you do see any kind of clown content, it's going to be 100% new. It's not going to be anything regurgitated. I promise you that. I absolutely promise you that. But let's stay away from the clown stuff, right? If we can. Like, everybody says it's old, and they say, well, why even bother? That's so 2016, and I agree. I want to let go of everything. Like, I just want to let go of all of that and move forward. I want that weight off my shoulders. I just feel like it's emotional weight. It's like I feel like I want people to be here for me, not a stupid clown, not drama, not stalkers, none of that crap. It's better to have people here to because of me, because of my life, because of my experiences, because of what I have to share, because of the things that I want to express, my opinions, my ideas, my explorations in the community, maybe a couple road trips if I can afford to do such thing, maybe team up with some friends and we split the costs of things, which can make it more affordable and make good content that way. So, I do have some friends in Florida. Um, I'm like this. If you got some free accommodations, I'll do some electrical work. I'll fix something. I'll install something. I'll do whatever it takes to offer something of value for free accommodations because I cannot afford accommodations. So, and that's where we've gone to right now. So this channel, I was thinking about changing the name, but I don't know. I mean, all for two vlogs. I mean, it's does it really have any connection to the old name? Uh, if you feel like it's vibing too much with the old name, maybe I'll just go with a whole different name. Like just get away from it all 100%. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just don't want to have any. I just want to start fresh. Just let go of what was then and move forward with what's happening now. But mostly what's going to be happening in the future because I'm not going to be recording a lot of videos here. It's going to be when I'm away from here, like, or maybe in this room or any room where it'll just be me and nobody else will accidentally appear in the video or be heard or seen. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to be respectful and it's going to be just me. And that's just the way it has to be, so that I can finally move forward and let go of the past kind of content and start a new chapter because we don't need to keep holding on to the past and be getting emotional about it and wishing that I can go back in time and be younger again and be at the beach again, swimming in the ocean. And, there's many times where I preferred to swim in the pools instead of the ocean. And I kind of wish that I swam more in the ocean because I missed out on a lot of time, with people in my life that were very important to me, still are. I miss out on those times like catching waves with some people. I was more, about just swimming in a pool because I didn't really, I don't know. I had some bad experiences when I was a kid getting stung by jellyfish and getting bit by crabs and salt getting in my eyes, burning my eyes and stuff like that. And then my nose would burn. So, a lot of those things kind of got to me. So like being in a pool is much easier because, I don't have to worry about the waves and getting stung by jellyfish or getting bit by crabs or bacteria in the water. That was one of my other anxieties. With the pools, they have chemicals in there to keeps the germs out, but in the ocean, sometimes there's a lot of bacteria. Some people are, well, they do it in a pool too, but you just gotta be careful. And you got sharks too, but hey, you know, that's I'm not like I'm more scared of getting stung by jellyfish than attacked by sharks. So, you know, there's stingrays, but hey Tina, swimming in the ocean is the best. Absolutely there, Tina. Hey, Pastor Rick Lee, God bless you, man. Yes, swimming in the ocean. I wish I would have done that more with many people in my life, including Tina. That would have been fun. I felt like I was so stuck and hooked on the pools because it was like, didn't have to worry about the waves. And I used to have a lot of hairspray in my hair. And then, I was just so complicated. I was so high maintenance. Like I used to have a ton of hairspray in my hair. So if water splashed my hair, it would burn my eyes because the hairspray would break down and get in my eyes. And so when I went out in the ocean and the water splashed from the waves, and my eyes were burning. Besides the salt, it was the hairspray breaking down and diluting and burning my eyes. Even in the pools, it's like I tried to stay away from kids who are splashing. I'm like, okay, I'm backing up. They're splashing too much. I'm there to relax. I'm there to, if I had, it's like this. There was a time where fans used to run up to me, just run up to me like, hey, aren't you like, yeah, I am, and then they would talk to me and, I just missed those moments where we had people, like I made friends, because I was relevant at one time. People noticed me. I would go for my beach walks. And so a lot of times I did a lot of solo walks, I always got my steps. And it felt good to get noticed, especially when I got noticed by myself. I'm like, wow, these people actually noticed me. It was a great experience when we all got noticed together, but I'm speaking for me because, this is about me and my life and moving forward and stuff, you know. But yeah, I miss those moments of being recognized. It's just those moments are over. I actually did get recognized. I think one time when I was at a car dealer, someone recognized me, which was crazy. So I guess I still, but it's not like it used to be where no matter where I went, somebody was running up to me wanting a selfie with me. It's like it just made me feel all warm inside. It made my heart melt. It just felt so great. I've had people come up to me like just people of all ages. I mean, there were people that came up to me that were in elementary school that recognized me, and people that were in their 50s and 60s that loved my content, loved the whole thing, the whole picture, the whole deal. They loved everything about it. You know, it was just unique. It was different. It was just some of the it was just had a very unique thing going. It was just not a common thing. But it's definitely more unique now. Considering the direction I've gone after a bunch of stalker and clown and ghost videos, this thing of all that stuff. It took a turn. And my promise to you guys is no more regurgitated videos, no more bringing up the old videos. I'm deleting, actually deleted a couple videos recently because I was just getting sick of YouTube and their crap. And then somebody was like, YouTube's algorithm was like, yeah, we believe this is intended for a younger audience, so we're going to demonetize this too. So they demonetize like 85% of the videos on this channel that you're watching right now. And when they demonetize videos, what happens? It's not like when they demonetize. Their way of demonetizing is they still put ads on them, right? But the ads are sometimes they're just PSA, public service announcements, or they're those really bottom of the barrel pennies on a dollar. But because YouTube wants to, of course, reserve the premium ads for content that's geared towards an older audience who's able to spend money, because they don't want to have advertising geared towards younger viewers who don't have credit cards. That's how YouTube is. They want to market a certain age group that's that has money to spend. That's how they're making money. So of course, if they think your content's geared towards kids, they're not going to put any ads on there that are going to make them money. They're going to put just very bottom of the barrel ads that you get pennies for, which is ridiculous. And then YouTube will not promote such content. They're like, well, it's not going to get shared through the algorithm. It's not going to show up and recommend it. It's going to get lost in the shuffle, and it's not going to get as many views. That's just YouTube's way of saying, hey, that video to us, it's worthless. We need to focus on something else. Now, if you have a brand deal or a sponsorship with a company that's targeting a younger demographics, like toys or some crap like that, yeah, if you get a deal with maybe a network, the YouTube companies, some of these have networks where you work with a network. And I think some of the family channels out there, they had to go and connect with a network, because that's the only way they're going to actually survive if they're trying to make a living, because you can't without that, because YouTube's demonetizing a lot of family content, because they're just trying to target people who can spend. And that's how it is. I'm sure YouTube would love to, but the FTC says they're not allowed to. So YouTube doesn't want to have any problems with the FTC, so they just don't do it, because they get in trouble with them. So then they lay the responsibility on the content creators, and I want nothing to do with that. I don't want no part of that. Like, well, no, so if I mistakenly misidentify content as, like, because you have to label it, like when you make a content, if there's like some kid pops up in your content, you got to mark it as this is intended for a younger audience or kids or whatever the YouTube thing says, right? You have to actually properly label it. And so I don't want to misidentify anything. So instead of trying to take a chance, I just say it's intended for, I'll just say, oh, it's intended for kids, because, this is one of those throwback videos from the past. So, kids probably like to watch that. So I have to mark it that way. Otherwise, YouTube's gonna have an issue, and then we don't want no complications with the FTC, because, now YouTube's trying to dump the responsibility on content creators, which is ridiculous. YouTube should have followed that, those guidelines, and not have done that to begin with. But they were just like out for getting money, I guess. So they didn't think about it. So yeah, that's why a lot of family channels ended up dying down and dying off. And the only ones that survived are the ones that had brand deals with big companies, toy company brand deals. They got a sponsorship, or they're part of a network, where it's these networks where they kind of, you get into a contract with a network through the YouTube platform, and they connect different channels that are in the same niche. Like they'll network a bunch of family channels together, and you become part of that network, and then they pretty much have a specific contract you have to sign, and then you have to follow those contracts, and they pretty much dictate what kind of content you can upload and what you can't. They have their set of rules. And I've had invitations to join these things, and I said, to hell with that. I'm not having something where I have no control of my own content, where I can't have my own control over my own creativity. Otherwise, I might as well just work in friggin' show business on TV, where I don't have no control. So YouTube, I always want to have control over my creativity. If I decide I want to go to a haunted house and make videos, or if I want to act like an idiot, that's my choice. I don't want some network saying, well, you have to run it by us, and we have to approve your content. If we don't approve it, then, you just can't, it's just not going to happen. Like, I don't want any part of that crap. I just want to enjoy YouTube and not have strings attached, because some people who were joined in membership, like when they were in these channel networks, when they became part of a multi-channel network, is what they call them, they had trouble getting out of those contracts. And they just wanted to upload their own stuff, and then the network was getting paid ad revenue and the person that was making the content was getting nothing, because that was their way of like, well, you're not getting out of this one. So yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, this channel's pretty much dead. It's I've been told no sense trying to beat on a dead horse by many people. Um, there's definitely, I guess, there's nothing left as far as reaching out to the amount of subscribers that this channel says it has. I just find it so false. It may say it has 2 point something million subscribers, but there's no way that I only have 33 people in this live stream. Listen, guys, 33 people in this live stream. This channel has 2 point something million subscribers. There's no way in God's world that all I have is 34 now. 34 people, okay? If you were to equate that to monetization, I haven't even made a penny yet. I think you gotta have, I think 1,000 views to even at this point. I think 100 views, you might get a penny. 1,000 views, I think you might get 10 cents, maybe $1 at the most. At the most, all depends on how premium the ads are. Right now, yeah, since it's just me, and there's no mistaking that this is intended to a young audience. So yeah, it's probably gonna get better monetization because it's gonna be, YouTube's algorithm is gonna see it targeted towards an older demographic, so that YouTube's not gonna say, okay, well, this has to be marked this way because it's not intended for that audience. So, because YouTube's trying to cover their ass. That's the problem. Ever since this whole FTC a few years ago, YouTube's trying to cover their ass, so they're not taking chances. So if they have any hunch that your content's geared towards a younger demographics, like if they think kids will enjoy watching it, then they're going to market as such, and they're going to pull premium advertisements away from that video. They're going to pull targeted ads, and they're going to pull promoting the video, and they're not going to allow it to basically be recommended. You get what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's how it's come. This is the world we live in today. So I think it'll do this channel really good to just break away from the whole family and just the family vibe, or the vibe. Can't even have the sound of kids' voices in the background because YouTube might say, oh, this is intended for kids. Sorry, your video is gonna, it's not gonna work. It's just, it's gonna be suppressed. Not doing that, guys. So I'd be careful where I am. Make sure anybody in the content, YouTube will know they're at least 18 and older. God, this is the world we live in right now. God forbid if they think someone's under 18, or, well, that's intended for kids, well, your video is not going to get promoted, and you have to appropriately mark your video intended for younger demographics. You got to make sure you do it right, because then the FTC might come back and say, hey, let's review that and see. And then YouTube's like, hey, well, I told them our algorithm automatically detected this, and then it switches it over, and if you try to override it, you can get your channel terminated. So I'm not trying to mess with anything. If YouTube says it's detected as it's intended for kids, I ain't touching the damn thing. Because if I say, if I disagree and I try to switch it back just so I can get the video more views and get it promoted better, and try to switch it back to say, oh, it's not intended, then I'm basically fighting this big entity. And they can turn around and say, okay, well, you know what? We disagree, and if you keep doing that, we're just gonna terminate your channel. And so I don't want to take that chance. So the hell with it. From this point on, it's just gonna be me, and anyone else in the content. You're gonna be damn well make sure that YouTube can't mistake them for being anybody under 18. You know what I mean? And I have friends who are like 30, 40 years old. If they think they're gonna be like under 18, then damn, they look pretty damn young. And I need to eat whatever they're eating, if that's the case. I wish that I got mistaken for looking under 18, but that's not gonna work out, because then hell, maybe I have a whole new lease on life. I can say, well, damn, just went back in time. I'm young again. I have an extra, 30 years on my life now. Let's go. Time's critical now. You in your 50s, you gotta think about it. Time's just slipping by too fast. That's the reality of things, guys. So this is a new beginning. This is a new start. This is a fresh start. It's over. The family content, it's over. Now, I'm a family guy. So in a sense, I guess you can consider it family content if we're all here together and it's like a family, right? Or when I'm with my friends who are like family, then it's kind of like it's got the family vibe. But none of my friends, I don't think, are going to be mistaken for being under 18, especially when they're in their 40s. So I think we're good. I think we're good from this point forward. So that's the way it is. Got to make content that's not going to, got to make content that's useful, not useless in the YouTube algorithm. You know, let go of the past, move forward, be productive on YouTube, and grind big time. You know what I mean? Do some randonauting, do some ghost hunting, go places with my friends, do some social experiments. Maybe I'll do some, you know, Tesla cam videos, like car videos, like where I I get a whole compilation of like crazy drivers on videos getting caught, being aggressive, people, crashing people's cars, people doing crazy stuff, and just have a compilation of that and do like a narration, a voiceover, and share it with you guys, and then be part of entertainment. Maybe some ring cameras. I can get some people to submit me some footage from their ring cameras, and then have a compilation of ring cameras where people are like creepy people coming to their doors, package thieves, porch pirates, things like that. Weird stuff, just weird stuff that's caught on the ring camera, and have a compilation of those things, and have just trendy things that are interesting that you guys would be interested in, things that are happening that I share with my point of view, my take on it, and the resources that I have. I share those resources with you. Like the all the information, so you guys can see a lot of stuff. Hey, Fawn, what's happening? Dress as Tommy Chong. Yeah, Cheech and Chong. We could do some of that, man. Hey, Creepy Toads, what's going on? Bobby, true, but I'm going to take it one day at a time. There you go, Pastor Wickley. Watch it with telling how I'm telling. Yeah, there you go, Tina. Yeah, maybe they will mistaken you for being under 18. Then I guess my channel videos are just, they're never going to get any traction. The channel's never going to succeed. Because YouTube's going to say, hey, you know what? We can't promote this because we're not allowed to promote content, and we're not allowed to have targeted advertisements on such content. And oh, it's just crazy. Like, what are you going to get on the realistic? Don't be fooled by seeing 2 million subscribers on here. Look at the numbers. Look at 34 people on this live stream. That's the reality, people. If you go to a channel that has 2 million subscribers, you're supposed to see thousands and thousands, maybe 8,000, 9,000. It could be 10,000 people in a live stream. It's going to be at least in the thousands. It's not going to be 34 people. It's not going to be 34 people, okay? If somebody was trying to make a living on all my 3 channels, good luck. Yeah, if you're gonna, on all the 3 channels, at the most maybe $16 to $18 a day on a good day. On a bad day, a couple dollars. And if you have just one channel, when you take a couple dollars, like $2 divided by 3, you're talking maybe 70 cents a day. Come on, people. There's no way. That's why I had to start doing door dashing, because I was doing e-commerce, and that crap just fell to crap. And I had this virtual real estate job, and I felt like I was just becoming a vulture. I was calling people and like trying to get properties that were at trying to buy properties at a low price, and I just didn't feel good about that. And I did some web designing for some people, and then that just, I don't know. It just wasn't it was doing better years ago, but ever since the pandemic, things have changed. I had a contract with one of the construction companies. Matter of fact, I'm not even mentioning names, but this person is someone that I was recommended to through someone in the family. And they're from Mexico. But the thing is that even relevant? I think it just kind of gives you an idea. But they they paid me for getting the website together, and then that was it. They didn't finish paying me because they were supposed to pay a starting fee, and then after I got it started, then they were supposed to pay a maintenance every month, and then pay me to do the work every month, and I didn't get paid for any of that. So I ended up like just letting the website go dormant, and then just ended up just deleting the page. Like if I'm not getting paid for something, so that was the whole situation. So yeah, my income streams just became so limited between, I was very active on eBay for so many years, and then I would still sell stuff once in a while, but I have an Amazon account, so I was active with Amazon. I would be buying stuff with Amazon, and I'd find stuff that was like really cheap, and then I would resell it and make a few dollars and ship it back out. Like I was doing that up into the recent months. It just, you see packages coming and going around here because I'll buy something really cheap, turn around and make a few dollars, even if it's a few bucks. Because you'll have different sellers. This is what you call arbitrage. Okay, it's e-commerce arbitrage, where you get something, and you find it cheaper, and you just resell it and make money. People do this when they go to the stores like Walmart or something really cheap, and then they'll buy it in bulk, and then they'll go and sell it online. I do a lot of that stuff. So that explains why you see a lot of boxes from Amazon here at times, because I'll buy something, I'll maybe get something in bulk at a discount, and then I'll individually sell it. And I don't go talking about this to people in my life. I keep to myself on a lot of things. I'm a kind of to myself kind of person. I don't share everything, but sometimes I share with you guys. But that's about it. But yeah, I was so busy with so many things, and it was doing really well with e-commerce and web designing. And I made some money doing electrical work, in Florida. So, these things, it was like I had opportunities that were coming, and it was just, things were just consistent. And I was making money with stocks. I was like getting, residual money from stocks because I had what they call dividends. So I was getting paid dividends from the stocks. So those were monthly payments that I was getting from my stocks. So that was income right there. But the stock market crashed. So what's going on with that. So I'm hurting big time. And I was also making some money with crypto, and I was cashing out here and there with crypto and putting money in the bank. But then, of course, that became a big tax problem, which I regret. But, that was another thing. So I was making money with crypto and stuff. So things were doing well in the past. And I had to start turning to crypto and stock trading to try to make things better, because then things got worse after that, and got worse and worse. And it just seemed like it just spiraled down even more. So it came to the point where it's like, I need to start doing DoorDash. And that's when I took on doing DoorDash, because, if somebody's successful with e-commerce web designing and say even YouTube, do you think I would even need to do DoorDashing? Hell no. Because like I wouldn't have to. I don't think there's if anyone was ever successful on YouTube or any other e-commerce or social media platform, whatever, selling stuff online, making videos, you name it, all the three above. Look at it that way. If you are successful at that, you wouldn't even give DoorDash a time of day. I was DoorDashing today, all day today. From this, I was in a hurry to get out the door to DoorDash because I needed the money, because I got to get a tooth pulled, and it's going to be $250, and that's only for consultation and X-rays, and then I got to go back and have it extracted, which could be another $200 to $300. So it's not like it's money I have; it's money I don't have. So I'm DoorDashing my ass off so I can have money to get that tooth pulled, and I have to go and reschedule the appointment because there's no way that I'm gonna have the money by the time the appointment's coming. So now I have to move it over for another 3 weeks down the road. So I keep kicking the can down the street, and the tooth is probably gonna get worse to the point where it's gonna hurt me, and I'm maybe like, what am I doing? But that's the situation that I'm in. If I wasn't so financially strapped, I would not have to do DoorDashing. If I was having this marvelous stream of income. some mysterious income from the angels, I wouldn't have to do door dashing. So that's the reality of this. Don't ever let the illusion of seeing a lot of subscribers on YouTube channels, like on my other channel, having 200 and something thousand subscribers, 100 and something thousand subscribers on my other channel, and then 2 million here. Don't ever be misled by those numbers, because the real numbers is the amount of people on the live stream. It's the amount of views that are in the videos. And they are all totally not in line with the amount of subscribers. They don't even make sense. It doesn't make sense looking at it. It's almost like there is broken math there. You know what I mean? So don't be misled. The only time these videos ever do well, which I don't have super chats on this channel, and this never happens here. It only happens on Up to Speed Media and Rolling With Me. It's the only time that there's actually revenue involved, other than just pennies on the dollar, unless I upload a good video on Rolling With Me or Up to Speed if I got a good live stream. It all depends. It all depends on YouTube. It all depends. Sometimes it's like, it could be a good day, between the super chats and the video content. It could be a $6, $8 day, $12 day, $18 day. It all depends. It really depends on across the board, really. It all depends. It all depends on super chats. And of course, that also accounts for memberships, and memberships renew every month. So every month, every month it's renewing, right? And that's when I'll see a spike, and that'd be like, my spike goes up. It depends on how many people are joined and how many people renew. And there could be that one time a month spike of like, maybe $40 or something, $50 spike, in that one day, during renewal time, on just one channel. And then the other channel, I think it's pretty much the same thing. So we get those spikes, like the membership renewals. At one time, the memberships, I think, they were pulling about 90% of the way to the channel at one time, before things took off with the paranormal. The paranormal is what made the channels blow up. Me going exploring places. That was when I then, having like creepy stuff happening in the basement, and here, like with things flying around and the paranormal stuff like that. Those channel, like Rolling With Me, blew up like crazy. Unbelievable. It was doing really well. That's just how it is. But yeah, this channel is pretty much dead. There's no life to it, and I think it's my bad. It's my bad, because I was trying to hold on to the past. I was trying to hold on to, the memories, and nobody wants to see regurgitated stuff. Only the people that experience those memories, who enjoyed those memories, might want to. So yes, I believe I can fix that problem by just being me, being relevant to people much older. So I know that premium, like this is what it is. Car videos, like on my Up to Speed Media, if I focus more on car videos on that channel, I feel like advertisers love that. And when advertisers love car videos, then YouTube loves those videos, because YouTube loves advertisers that love videos, because then YouTube gets money. So car videos will get promoted better through YouTube's algorithm, because if higher paying ads are on there, YouTube wants a piece of the pie, so YouTube's going to promote it more. You get what I'm saying? This is the trick that YouTube has. So like I said, it's not about the money. It's about getting the video out there and getting more views and getting promoted by YouTube, because YouTube is about the money. But of course, yes, the money is a bonus. But like I said, I can't sit here and stress over that, because I have no control over that on a daily basis. And I can't just live with random in very sporadic income, So that's why I never consider YouTube being anything other than just a side thing and a hobby at the same time. DoorDash is making a shit ton of money compared to anything else I've been doing. So even right now, even though I only made I think $120 since Monday, still doing better than anything else. Anything else, every other source of income I got combined, DoorDash is doing much better than all of that. Um, by Sunday, by the end of this week, if I keep going at the rate I'm going, maybe I'll have $400 to $600, um, which is not bad for the week, right? In DoorDash. So if I do all the math, that's close to $800, maybe $900, like for the month, considering where we are now. If I reach that, and then because I can't calculate what's going to happen after Sunday, because then it starts the whole schedule all over, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get scheduled in, so I can't count my chickens before they hatch. All I can do is count on what I know I'm scheduled in for on DoorDash, and take that into consideration, and everything else is a bonus. So I might make 900 to 1,000 a month combined with door dashing and my dividends. Because I still get dividends from my stocks, but the problem is the money I got invested is crashed. Where like half my retirement is gone, but I still get dividends. But I mean, it's not a whole lot. I mean, I get certain percentage, and it's annual, but I divide the annual by 12, and I just calculate what I'm actually getting in a month, because I need to know that. But that's pretty much how it is. I've still got a stream of income from one website left. The other one's kind of failed, so I still get a little bit of residual from that. I still got to kind of hit it hard with more e-commerce and eBay stuff. I have been going to thrift stores. I have been going to Goodwills lately, looking around, trying to fill up some inventory. I do have some stuff I need to get rid of here, newer stuff like camera stuff, electronic stuff, most likely this. So a lot of things are hitting the marketplace and eBay. It's just my way of trying to take care of the bills. So you got to do what you got to do. But yes, like I said, all new content, guys. Be ready for it. Big changes. As you see, the channel icon, it's just me. It's just me, because it's my world now. It's like everyone's choosing their own path. I'm choosing my own path. And I just got to be individualized. I got to be an individual. Everyone has the right to be their own self. So I go on with my life, do my own thing, maybe have a relationship with someone, have a woman in my life who's interested in YouTube videos, maybe YouTube hobby, and we kind of create content together, and that becomes the whole new direction, and it's shared here. And it could be a kind of a family dynamic, but of course not geared towards younger viewers, because we're in a much older setting, and anyone that I hang around with who may have kids, they're adults or they're much older, right? At least any of the ones that would even entertain the idea of being part of content creation. But if not, it's just best if it's just me and a significant friend, someone close to my age, and just leaving everyone else out of it, because like I said, I'm just trying to keep it geared towards people relevant to my age. And that's the way things are going to be I've already initiated that over a week or so ago. As you noticed by the videos that you see recently here, it's just me and friends that are my age, or almost my age, or 10 years younger than me, maybe 15 years younger than me, 20 years, I don't even know, but they're in their 30s maybe, right? Some maybe 40s. But like I said, new stuff, guys, big changes. It's just part of breaking free from what has been holding me back into this, I call a time loop. It's a loop, an endless loop going around and around, and I just need to get out of that endless loop and move forward and just start fresh. I know, I am so certain that this decision is going to be the best decision for this channel. I was thinking about there's no way I can delete all the subscribers. If I can just delete all the subscribers, or maybe I'll reach out to YouTube and see if they can, maybe figure out a way to delete inactive subscribers more accurately so that I'm not misled by this large number, because there's only 33 people here in a live stream, and you're looking at the channel amount, and you say, what, 2 million subscribers, and there's only 33 people in a live stream? Do the math, guys. Do the math. What are you going to do with 33 views? What are you going to do with 33 views? Think about it. I I've premiered videos even with me on vacation and us having family fun. Barely got 25, 30 views in a premiere during that duration. So wasn't doing any better. So I know for sure that you guys watch as soon as you see something in your notification, no matter what it is. But the problem is YouTube's algorithm doesn't promote anything if they feel it's geared towards a younger audience. So it's their way of covering their own ass. But that's just how YouTube has been over the last few years because of those changes. And I'm not fighting those changes. That's why I'm moving forward in my life and letting go of those fun memories. I mean, I'll have them in my head, but I don't need to relive them and share them here on the channel and trying to go down memory lane with you guys here together, because we can talk about new things up ahead, right? That's the best thing to do. New start, new beginning, new life. Nothing's going to hold you back when you move forward and stop hanging on to the past. Stop hoping that you can go back in time and relive that time and enjoy being at the beach again and swimming and walking on the boardwalk and going on rides, which I very seldom did that because they got me sick to my stomach. My blood pressure wouldn't allow it. But all you guys are amazing. You need to stay on top of things. There you go. Looking forward to your new content. Absolutely. There you go, guys. Well, anyway, you guys are amazing. And yeah, let's see. I got to drink some more water. I got to drink more water. Okay. Well, how are you guys doing? All right. I got my water. I like to move it. I need to get my blue blockers on. Yeah, so if there's anyone in the family or any of my friends or anybody close to me who does share moments on social media or do any kind of content, yeah, I wish them the best with that stuff. Like I said, I'm just going to keep to myself. I'm not going to talk about anybody other than just what's relevant in my life. That's more about what's going forward. And because I don't need to talk about, I'm not here to talk about like personal things. This is not what it's about. It's sharing my life, taking you guys on adventures with me and experience the moment in real time, even though it may be, if it's a live stream, but just experiencing the act of enjoying my time instead of me speaking about it. You see me doing things. That's the direction I'm going. It's not going to be me talking all the time. It's going to be me out doing things, recording this and that while doing that, and then putting it together, editing it, uploading. And if I do a live stream while out and about, it's going to be my perspective on something, maybe with someone else, and then we're just going to experience something together. And maybe there'll be reactions to whatever's happening. So you're going to catch our reactions in the stream. It'll be many things, but it's not going to be just talking. I mean, there are going to be times where I may have a live stream where we sit down and have a conversation. And that may happen randomly until I get on my feet and I'm in the position to be able to travel and do things. But I will still go places and record content. And there'll be pre-recorded stuff that you guys get to see that has never been shared. But it's not going to be anything that's going to contain anybody in my family for sure. It's just going to be me and friends, you know what I mean? Because I'm just, like I said, it's different direction. And it has to be that way. I need to disconnect myself from what it used to be. And I feel like this is my way of moving forward and enjoying this hobby and not trying to be so caught up in the past and trying to relive the past and trying to relive those happy memories and getting caught up in that, living vicariously through, the past that I see that I can look back on and then sharing it here again. And it's like, okay, a lot of you are like, man, we just saw this. Like, why we got to see it again? But then some of you like embrace it and some of you get tired of it, and I understand it. So no more new stuff, as you see, and in the recent videos here hasn't been anything family. Well, unless you consider my friends kind of like family, then maybe there might be a family vibe to that, but whole different level. But there you have it, guys. It's a very long live stream just to get a point across. Actually, my live streams do better on my other channel. Actually, any videos, anything that I've uploaded here, even regurgitated stuff, it doesn't do as good as my other channels. How do you like that? What does that tell you, guys? What does it tell you? People want new stuff. People want new relevant stuff. They don't want to see old stuff. And that's the true reality of things. And what you're going to see and what you've already seen recently here is new stuff. And that's where we're going. And when I say we, you and I, because there is no other we except for you and I. There's no other we except for you and I. It's the way it is. You got to claim my independence and not be pulled into this emotional roller coaster and feel like I'm a prisoner in time, because I feel like I'm a prisoner in the past and wanting to go back, and I feel like I just can't. I can see the past and I'm hoping to be there and be at the resorts again and swimming and just going back in time and laughing and carrying on, but I can't do it because we cannot turn back time. All right, guys, it was amazing to be here. Glad you showed up in the live stream. That's going to pretty much be it. There'll be some all new content here, but I'm going to focus most of my content on Rolling With Me. I know at some point this channel used to be just a channel to plug my other channels. That's pretty much what it became. And I know it kind of seems impersonal, but yeah, a lot of times I would upload stuff on here just to plug my other channels because, like trying to bring everybody over to the other channel because that's where the party's going on. That's where it's all relevant and new, right? But I want to be able to make this channel like the other ones. I think I've plugged enough and I realized I wasn't getting anywhere. I was just wasting my time. Just thought it was going to work, but it didn't really do much. You can't plug a channel with a dead channel. It's kind of, it's like trying to, I don't know. It's like trying to have a dead person help a person who's dying. How are they going to help somebody dying if they're dead already? But that's going to be it. You guys are amazing. You take care, be safe, and I definitely got to do some more door dashing tomorrow. Like I said, I was going to quit, but I need the freaking money, and you know, I got to do door dashing. This is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, I got to survive until the house gets sold, and I'm hope to God that it's going to get sold. Tomorrow would be a good time. It would be a good time now, but it's almost 12 o'clock. But anyway, you guys are amazing. I got to go. I need my blue blockers on before my eyes pop or something. Something bad will happen to my eyes. We don't need that. But I love you guys. You're amazing. It's like a family here. Sometimes I feel like it's the only family I'm going to have once I in a house with a bunch of chickens. Well, maybe the chickens will be part of the family. You know, I guess you want to call it that. And you guys will be part of the farm. You know, you guys. I don't know if it'd be a farm. I just want to have a house where I'm allowed to have chickens. And if I have 5 acres somewhere, the thing is, if I have 5 acres, then the house has to be smaller because I can't have. I mean, I'm getting a smaller house than this, but then the house would have to be even smaller because then I have to spend more money in land to have a cushion away from people that I'm trying to avoid, you know, not anybody specific, but just people in general, so that I can have my own like cushion of privacy, you know. So if I want to have my garden out there, I don't have to worry about HOA saying, you can't have a garden, you can't have chickens, you can't have this, you can't leave your garage door open, you can't leave this, you can't leave, you can't have this color paint, you can't have an antenna on your roof, I don't need all that crap. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Hey, Anthony, what's going on? Anthony Pagani, what's happening? Hey, we've got Lisa, we got Capri Rich, Buonanotte, Pastor Rick Lee, Lisa Rulli, Kathy Evans is out here. Hey, Courtney was out here. We got Tina G is in the hizzle. Tim King God's not that good. Oh, yeah, you got there. Lisa's here still. Courtney's over here. Mr. Courtney, Mr. Courtney and Mr. We have Tina Clark in the house. Who else is in the house? See, it's the same group of guys, same group of you guys, the same group that's on Rolling With Me, the same group on Up This Big Media. Everybody else is dead to me. You know, it's not like they're dead to me. It's the channel. They don't exist. It's a channel. It's not a person anymore. You see all those subscribers? It's a dead channel. Dead channels, guys. Don't be fooled. Those are dead channels. They're inactive channels. They have no people associated with them anymore. That's why no one's watching. There are no people subscribed. There's just channels subscribed. There's not actual people subscribed. Maybe there's a few thousand people subscribed. That might be it. A few thousand that are actually still active with their YouTube channels. And the rest of them, it's just dead. It's like people had probably opened up channels just to hate on this channel and subscribe just to hate. And that's the God's honest truth. When uploading the clown content, it was like a surge of over 1 million subscribers. You know how many of those were trolls? How many of those were people that were here just to hate? A whole shit ton. And a lot of them probably opened up random channels just to watch and hate. And then once that time come by, that was it. Their channels become inactive. They're gone. They abandoned the channels. And it's just left there showing a channel count, a subscriber count that's not existent. So these numbers are totally false. There's no way in hell that there's 2 million subscribers and only 31 people right here, right now watching. There's no way. 66 likes, 32 people, 2 million subscribers. Do the math, guys. Your channel doesn't have success on the amount of subscribers. It has success on the amount of views and the amount of interactions, engagements, the amount of everything that comes along with it. And if that's not there, there's nothing. But that's going to be it, guys. You guys are amazing. Yes, trolls are losers. Absolutely. Those clown videos were insane. Absolutely. Absolutely. This channel was supposed to be, no, not really. It was supposed to be like all of us kind of thing. But Brandon does have her own channel, but I'm not getting into that. Like I said, we are all doing our own things. That's just what it is, guys. Okay. All right, this was a family channel, and YouTube's not you. Like I said, YouTube doesn't promote family channel anymore. They don't do it. Um, Anything that's they assume is geared towards kids, they put restrictions on everything. The whole channel has a restriction anyway. It has monetization restriction. It has a lot of restrictions which I can't even get deal with unless I just totally go a whole like I'm doing now, totally different direction. There's no doubting that the content that I'm making now is geared towards adults, grown-ups, people my age. There's no question, no question. And that's the way it's got to be from the previous recent uploads that I made here moving forward. It's the only way it's going to work out. It's the only way this channel may have some life left to it. It's going to be a whole different game here, a whole different thing. Like I said, it's a whole different thing. Totally different change, guys. And I think it's for the better. We're still family. We're investing in you. Thank you so much, Tina G. Absolutely. That's the way it is, guys. And I can tell you what, it's going to be a very fun journey. I have hope, and I feel like it'll work out. But in the meantime, I got to get up early. I have to do some door dashing. Plus, I need to unwind, get my blue blockers on, and all the things I need to do. So that's going to be it, guys. All new beginning. Just new life. There you go, Anthony. I love this channel. Shows positivity. Absolutely. Positivity is what we need in our lives, and that's where we need to go. Letting go of all those regurgitated videos from the past. Like, we are just done with that. No sense of torture myself with those emotional roller coasters, thinking about the fun times before the pandemic and the vacations that I used to be able to afford and all that. Yeah, we're done. So I just make content with what I'm able to do, what I'm able to afford to do, wherever I can go. If I go on a hike somewhere and it's only up the road, hey, it's up the road. It's better than doing nothing. And I just want to. I'm active. I'm constantly on my feet. I'm constantly moving. But I got to work. And I got to do door dashing too. I got a lot going on. And I'm also waiting on some jobs, and I've been looking for other jobs because, hey, when Bobby is looking for jobs and doing door dashing, there's a legit problem. That I'm not just trying to, get sympathy. I'm just trying to be as honest and genuine as I can and share with you what's happening so you understand where I'm coming from. But that's going to be it, guys. All of you are amazing, and I hope you stay safe. I got to get out of here. Take care, guys.